Today I want to show you two new knives in my collection. These are both Boker USA made knives. And I want to get your opinion on them and how you think these Boker USAs compare to the Boker Solingen Germany made knives. Now this one is a 4-inch class Stockman and it's carbon steel. If I give you a look here, you can see those blades do not rub together. Give you a look at the back springs. No gaps. This knife is beautifully made. Now this is not bone. This is jig Delrin. There you can see the shield, which says tree brand. Boker USA on the tang. And a tree brand etch on the blade. You can also see the match strike nail nick. It's got a very long, very aggressive nail nick, which is really nice. Good snap. The sheep's foot blade, you can see it's got that little bit of swoop in the grind. A little less swoop on this grind, so the grind isn't 100% perfect on both sides, but it's still very good. No markings on the tang. And then the spay blade, also with no markings on the tang. There's a look at the knife with all the blades open. You can also see, it has nickel silver bolsters, but they're angled, which is very different than how most of these are made. Really nice knife. Beautiful fit and finish. Listen to that snap. All these blades have really good spring tension and really nice snap on them. It looks like this says 93, and then the trunk of the tree is in the middle, and then 85 on the other side. I don't know if it'll come out clearer in the video than what I can see. But just a beautiful blade. Then we have the small Stockman. It has a really nice old stag shield. Now this isn't actually stag. This is also Delrin made to look like stag. I think it's pretty amazing what these companies can do with Delrin. When Delrin is done right, it's pretty neat stuff. You have the tree brand etch on the blade. And the number here, I think it's 24324. And on this side, 70488. Again, pretty nice snap. This one needs to be oiled. Then you have your sheep's foot, which has nothing on it. And then I'm going to call that more of a pen blade than the spay blade. And there is where it says Boker USA. So there's a look at this knife open. I've never had a Boker USA made knife before. Both of these seem to be very fine quality knives. They're well built. They're built as well as any other knife. I'm going to say they're built as well as a Solingen Germany knives. At least these two samples that I have here. The construction is awesome. Now to compare it, let's look at one of the favorite knives in my collection. This is a true Boker Solingen knife. Let's take a look at how the main blades compare to each other. You can see they're similar, but they're also different. The blade shape of the clip is a little different. The Boker USA has a little bit of swedging on one side. The Solingen knife has none. There's how the sheep's foot blades compare. So you can see they're the exact same length as each other. Almost even the same shape down in here in the kick area. Very close. This has that little bit of that swoop in it here, where this has a straight plunge grind. And then the spay blades, which also pretty much look identical. There's the two knives in a direct side-by-side comparison. As you can see, there's so much that is the same on both of these knives. Now the bolsters are different with a slant, and this one is straight. This is rounded. This is more square. As far as the shape, I mean, this has a little bit of a serpentine, a little bit of a curve here, and so does this. The shape looks very close to each other. Now, if these back springs were finished by hand and sanded down, that would account for just a very minor difference that you see in these two. But they're so close to each other, it's almost like they took components from Germany, sent them over to the US, and then put the knives together in the US. I don't know if that's what happened or if they actually did manufacturing in the US. I'm curious to learn. I need to learn a little bit more about the history of Boker USA. While I don't know that much about these Boker USA knives, I can tell you this. Both of the ones I have here are very finely built knives. These things are excellent, and I'm going to enjoy using these and carrying them. Now, this one here is a little bit small for what I normally carry. I would classify this as a fifth pocket knife, which I usually don't carry, but I may give this one a shot. Like, for example, going out to dinner or doing some things like that where I don't even think I'm going to need a knife. This might be a good one to carry and try out and see if I can get used to one of these smaller knives. I generally like to have a 3 7/8 to 4-inch class Stockman with me as a minimum size knife. Because when you actually have work to do, I like to have, listen to that snap. I like to have something that's comfortable in hand, something that fills your hand up and doesn't cause fatigue. And this is the class of Stockman that does that. Now, the full-size Stockman, like the K75 pattern, or its equivalents, are even better for extended use. But they are a lot more bulky and take up a lot more room in the pockets. And on a hot summer day, you notice the extra weight. This knife is a great compromise. It's the perfect size to carry on most occasions, unless you know you have a lot of heavy work to do. Then go for the big ones. So that's going to be it for this one. Leave your experiences down below in the comments with Boker USA knives and what you think of them compared to the true Solingen Germany Bokers. We'll see you on the next one.